And if you hear each other now, it's because we're in off-air audio, so that's not live.
What's up? It's your host, Matt Plapp, America's Best Restaurants Live TV. I've been gone the last few weeks. You've been stuck with what I would consider subpar hosts, but now I'm back. No, I'm just kidding. Doug, Luis, those guys are firing. Later on, we're going to get to talk to Doug. So, what is America's Best Restaurants? What are we accomplishing with the show? And why should you pay attention? So, at the end of the day, our goal with America's Best Restaurants is to shine the spotlight on the independent restaurant owners around the country that are making this world turn. And when I say making this world turn, I mean putting smiles on faces everywhere. Later today, we're going to talk to John of Fifth Street Brewery. From what I understand, they've got a thing called the Salmon Belt, which is absolute fire. And I look forward to hearing about it and then eventually putting one in my tummy next couple weeks when I get the date in Ohio. So, America's Best Restaurants. We've got a couple crews. We're traveling the country, telling people stories, interviewing operators, and finding out about the restaurants you need to know about that you should visit on a weekly basis. And one of our goals, more than anything, is to bring exposure, fandom, stardom, virality to these restaurants because a lot of them don't get the attention they need for the right reasons. In fact, if you want to look it up on your own, there's a restaurant in Philadelphia that got a lot of attention this past week for the reasons they wouldn't want on an espresso. It's going to give them some viral love. They're going to get some reach. Hopefully they have fun with the mistake. But we want restaurants to control that a little more. And so with America's Best Restaurants, when we travel the country and when our teams stop in and interview and spend time with independent operators, it's to help them get exposure to people like yourself and also help them tell their story so you understand who and why and what you're supporting because your dollars are what you vote with. And we hope you choose to vote more times than not at restaurants that the people down the street that play soccer with your kids, their kids play soccer with your kids that are in the community that are making a difference. So without any further ado, we're going to go on to our next topic. It's our episode of the week. And we go to Cincinnati to Mazunte Mercado.
Hey, what's up, everybody? At America's Best Restaurants, it's Luis again, back with another episode of the places you need to eat at on a weekly basis. So as you know, we travel the country coast to coast, and today we're in Cincinnati at a place called Mazunte Mercado. We're here with Josh. So Josh, how did you get into the restaurant industry?
Well, it was kind of a roundabout path, but I was a teacher by trade. I used to teach some classes. I was in grad school, and my friend Josh, who owns the restaurant, I met him in Mexico, and he invited me to come over, and once I came, I just couldn't leave.
That's it. All right, everybody. So in every episode, we feature the 3 things you need to have when you come here. What are we having, Josh?
We're going to try the carnitas, we're going to do the tacos dorados, and the pozole.
Boom, you heard it here. And of course, you're hungry because you're watching this. So why don't you just come with me and Josh? Let's go check it out. Right, everybody, we are back with the 3 things you need to have when you come to Mazunte Mercado. But first, I want to ask you, Josh, can you tell me a little bit about this location? Because I know it's different than your other ones.
Yeah, it's very different. So what we wanted to do here was have a little Mercado, which is sort of a nod to the Mercados you can walk into in Latin America where you've got your fresh produce. And then we eventually turned it into a spot where we've got retail salsas. You can get your stuff, grab and go cases. And then when the demand got high enough at our original location, this became the go-to spot to get your to-go orders. So we got people just coming around. We don't have dine-in seating here, but this is the center of the production. We got the Mercado, which is sort of, honoring the Latin American tradition of the Mercados, and now fast food to go.
That's awesome, yeah, because I mean, since we got here, this place has been nonstop. With people walking in, orders and everything, so it's just, and it ain't transported into a different time, different town. It's really cool, cool setup that you guys have here. So now the three things, so let's start with this one. What do we have here?
We got the tacos dorados, so this is our blue corn tortillas.
Okay.
We've got chicken tinga in the middle of that. We top it with our spinach, avocado salsa, salsa roja, queso fresco, and crema.
Yep. Let me grab this.
They are messy, but they are excellent.
Oh, that's so good.
And this one, we've got our Fazzoli. This is a hearty stew. It's made with pork and hominy. Fazzoli refers to the hominy, the alkalized corn kernels that are inside of it. It's got a really thick, rich flavor and a really thick, rich color too. Great any time of the year, especially in winter when it's cold out.
Yeah, with that fresh avocado and everything, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
And this one right here?
And then what we did was we made some tacos out of the carnitas. We sell our meats by the pound here too. So we turn these into some tacos. The carnitas is just really, really good pork meat. We basically bathe it and cook it for slow and low for a long period of time.
Wow.
Comes out kind of sweet, salty, crispy all at the same time. So make some really good tacos out of that.
Now, out of all these three, which one's your favorite? What's your go-to?
The Fazzoli.
The Fazzoli, that's it.
I love all of them. I would recommend any of them, but the Fazzoli is my favorite.
No matter what, whether it's winter, summer, whatever,
Absolutely,
that's your thing?
yeah. 100 degrees out, I'll eat it.
Okay, cool. Look, and if you guys are looking for more restaurants like Mazunte Mercado, or you like restaurant content, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know whenever we drop a new episode. And also, Josh, how can people find out more information about Mazunte Mercado?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got our website, mazuntetacos.com. It's a great place to check out. We've got a growing catering business, which is based out of here. We've got a growing wholesale presence, so where you can find our food and our salsas and all that. And we've got 3 locations, 2 here in Madisonville, just northeast of Cincinnati, and 1 downtown Cincinnati.
Love it. And you can also find a full location for Mazunte Mercado on americasbestrestaurants.com. We're going to sign off. I'm going to cross these. I know Austin's going to decimate these. So we're going to see you guys on the next one.
It says Matt, but it looks like Doug.
Hey. What's up, Doug?
Okay, now it's me.
Matt.
There we go. We're tricking you, John. We're trying to play games with you. John, tell us who you are. Tell us about the brewery and restaurant that you are the man, the myth, the legend at.
So I am the head brewer and I'm moving off to the side. There we go. I am the head brewer and general manager for Fifth Street Brew Pub in Dayton, Ohio. And, we're at heart, we're a neighborhood bar, but we also, serving world-class beers and, like you say, exceptionally famous salmon sandwiches.
Yeah, so to talk about those sandwiches, what is a salmon belt?
Yeah, so belts. Think about it like a BLT, but you've got a piece of salmon in there, bacon, egg, all the trimmings, one of those sandwiches that just starts at your fingertips, ends at your elbows. Excellent.
I've heard it's unbelievable. I can't wait to come take a wild ride on the salmon belt up there. So tell us about the restaurant brewery, because there's a unique twist to it, right? It's a co-op. It's kind of community owned, or?
Yeah, so we're community owned. We started in 2012. A group from the neighborhood took over the property and really wanted to have a neighborhood bar that was also brewing beer on site. So at this point, we have 3,600 members, all who are kind of backing our cooperative mission. And then with that, we have a small staff that services everybody, and we also are quite involved with the community. So there's quite a few other co-op structures here in Dayton that we work with on a close basis. and working to get that co-op idea out there so that you can. Geez, I'm getting a little ahead of myself and speaking a little too quick, but working with that kind of cooperative mission to work with the community and be built and supported by our community.
I love it. It's a great concept. Talk about the brewery aspect. What are you guys known for on the beer side? What kind of beers? What's the motivation there on the flavors and everything?
We are classic brew pub, so heavily styled with English roots, and then that kind of late '90s craft beer style. So we have a house IPA called Icebreaker that is going to be named after the fact that Dayton, Ohio, came up with the flexible ice tray. And then it is, your classic Midwest IPA, a little bit malty, nice citrus component, a little bit resin bitterness. And then beyond that, we have a house lager, our St. Anne's Pils. And we have a Ramona, which is our brown ale, nice, toasty. It's got great caramel malt character, light, 5%, perfect for this time of year.
Now, is there a beard requirement for all brewers?
Yeah. Yes, I think so. It's where we collect our yeast. I'm basically in an outbuilding, so I have to keep warm, especially when it's snowing like it is today.
So you said something interesting there I had never heard. You're telling me the flexible, breakable ice tray started in Dayton, Ohio?
Yeah. Invented, I think the guy's last name was Fritz. I'm a Dayton transplant, so I don't know all the history by heart.
That's crazy. I know you got the Wright brothers up there. I didn't know we had the Icebreakers. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, planes and ice.
So how can people find you guys, the restaurant, the brewery, and when they come, what do they have to have?
Yeah, so FifthStreetBrewPub.com. We are the same Fifth Street Brew Pub on all the social channels. And then when you come in, right now, I would grab a tropical Belgian pale ale, and it's either the salmon belt or we have a teriyaki burger that's our special this week. Fantastic.
Damn. Teriyaki burger, salmon belt, IPAs. This sounds like a place everybody needs to know about. Glad we had you on America's Best Restaurants. What was your experience like? Did you enjoy the team being up there and having some fun with them?
Oh, yeah. We had a blast. Right here, I've got that tropical Belgian pale ale, which I pulled directly off the tanks for the guys when they came out. Now we're serving it, but they got that little bit of preview when they were in town.
Oh, so they had like the first crack at it.
Oh, for sure.
Well, I love it. I appreciate it. We appreciate your time. Appreciate you being on the show. We can't wait to see you when we're back in town. I'll let you get back to shoveling snow and ice. I know I got some down here in Kentucky I got to mend to as well. So thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, sir. Anybody else get hyped up with that music?
Oh, I do.
I feel like I'm getting ready to go fight somebody. It's like an MMA match in here. I almost hopped up on Red Bull and ready to just go crush somebody with the music that DJ David puts on. Doug, how was
That's impressive that you crushed that can, man. That's really cool.
Been working out. How's Cincinnati?
Icy. I tried about 4 hours ago to walk out to see if I could open a car door, and it is completely iced in. It's about a eighth, maybe a little bit over an eighth of an inch, almost a quarter inch of ice. I couldn't get in my car if I tried right now. Can't do it.
See, mine was all slush. I was able to easily scrape off some stuff. I was at the office about 4 or 5 hours and went to grab some food up the street and no issues. Maybe it's not a little colder up north than it is down here.
Yeah, I don't know. I walked outside earlier this morning, and as soon as I stepped out from the porch, it was a giant patch of ice. So you got it luckier down there, I guess.
So let's talk about the last few months. So you and I have been on the road a lot. So has Luis, the whole team. What are some of the things you've seen that really open your eyes with regards to, the marketing side of what we see? Restaurants struggle to tell their story. Very few are using these phones to collect data, to do video, to do lives. What's a couple things that you saw that surprised you that people weren't doing? And then also, what are a couple things you saw that people took action on? Because I know I saw a restaurant the other day that did a video, like cutting pizza or something after you left at your guidance.
I think the one thing that's surprising is everyone seems to be doing the same thing, which isn't enough. It's almost like there's a manual that's handed out to say, here's how you should advertise, or here's how you should market. And it's maybe one page and it's in 50 font because there's not a lot on it. It's the same little things over and over that people are missing. And when someone does take action, it's Capono's Pizza up in Pataskala, Ohio, outside of Columbus that you're referencing. We showed up in December. The guy who owns it, he's an older gentleman. His name's Joe. Doesn't really, do a whole lot marketing wise. Everyone knows him. And I told him the same thing I've told hundreds of other places that we visited. Shoot some videos. I said, Joe, it'll be amazing what happens. He has like 3,500 followers. The place has been around since the 60s. I said, just shoot a video, do it cutting a pizza and watch what happens. Lo and behold, he did. And it was over like 100 engagements, 40 some comments, 10 shares. And he texted me and I looked at it. I didn't know the number right away. And I'm like, who is this? And he's like, hey, you told me to do a video. So I looked up real quick. I was like, holy cow, this is Joe. Now the dude is a video machine. He's doing like 3 or 4 a night, and it's basic stuff. That is what's so much fun when someone breaks out of that pack and they do something different. They take your advice and it works. That's exciting. Unfortunately, a lot of people aren't. They're just stuck in that same thing. And it's really maybe no fault of their own. They're busy running a restaurant. They're short staffed. They're working in the business, not on the business. I get it. But it's really fun to see those that break out and do something different, and their eyes light up when it works.
But, I got to be honest, though. I've got a business. I've got a few businesses. I run hard. I run fast. I do a lot of stuff. I used to be working in the business a lot, and I still found a way to do all the other stuff. And so, yeah, everybody's short-staffed. Everybody's got hurdles, but you've got to be smart. And what you're talking about there with the video, what cracks me up is in the marketing world, they call it red ocean, blue ocean. Red ocean is where the sharks are feeding on everybody because it's there. Blue ocean is where there's nothing happening. And that's where sometimes you got to find a way to play there and get the attention. Restaurants, they're dropping the ball because everybody looks the same and nobody's doing anything different. And what's crazy is that outside of all the stuff that we preach with attract, build, retain, with building a database and your website and tools and automation, is just simply turning on your phone and having a conversation with the people around you on Facebook and Instagram. I mean, literally, they always say, go live. It's free. We're live right now on platforms. It didn't cost anything. We can be live on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, LinkedIn. And the only one, LinkedIn, you got to apply for. Everybody else is pretty simple. And it allows you to connect at a different level than anybody else. If every pizza restaurant in Dayton, Ohio is putting up the same lame ass offers every week, the same content every week, and then you all of a sudden come out and you have employee cheese pulling Fridays, where we're going to have cheese pulling contests to see who can pull the cheese the longest without it breaking, have some fun because we got some downtime. Have fun with it. Do something different. People will love it. They'll engage. It'll put you in a different light. And honestly, I just had a conversation yesterday with Sean Walchef at a Cali BBQ about this. That's actually one of the biggest reasons restaurants can't find employees is that you're shopping, you're marketing your restaurant in a manner that doesn't look very appealing and exciting and sexy. And so when you're putting a now hiring ad, you're going up against 200 restaurants that look identical to you that nobody really wants to work at.
Yeah, it's be different, and I can't put my finger on it. If we could put our finger on why so many restaurants do what they're doing, and we had the magic pill, we would be doing this show on our own private island. It would be MP Island, and we would be in our own little tiki hut because we would have so much money, we wouldn't know what to do with it. But that's the biggest issue is it's like just trying to break through and just realize you can do stuff. It is free. It is easy. It is fun. Have engagements. Do something different. I had a conversation with a restaurant yesterday and they were talking about, well, they put so much money into their website and they haven't done anything on their social media. And I said, very simply, look, your website is a one-way conversation. They show up, they look, they're gone. Social media is a two-way conversation. If you're doing a table touch and someone looked at you and they go, man, this food was great, the server was wonderful, would you turn your back and walk away and not acknowledge them? And they go, well, no. And I go, well, that's what you're doing here. This is the opportunity to have those one-on-one conversations when they're not at the table touch, or what I call virtual table touches. You've got an opportunity to have a conversation. Social media is a two-way street. And if you're just putting up the same lame old crap that if you're a franchise and it's something that corporate pushes down from the top, or hey, it's the daily special, and you just put up the same daily special with your sandwich board with the neon, ink that you write, and you're not doing anything engaging, you are missing the boat. And you're not missing just the boat. You're missing like one of those gigantic cruise ships that's, the size of 85 football fields. That's what you're missing. Take advantage of it. And that's what we preach day in, day out. And it's fun when someone actually takes it, runs, and they come back and they go, holy crap, you were right. And jokingly, I go, look, I've been married like 26 years and I've never been told I'm right. Could you record that and send it to me so I could show my wife that I am actually right once in a while? That's fun when they take it and they do it. And all it takes is one. When that light bulb goes on, all of a sudden people start doing it. Then it gets into the cheese pool and it's crazy and they don't put their own restrictions on it. And I think if I had to sum it up, that's what I think. They're putting their own restrictions. They're overthinking it. Oh, it has to be perfect. No, it doesn't. Go to Capono's Pizza and look at Joe's handshakes. And I've told him that I reference this. His handshakes, the video shake, they're not perfect. And he's kicking your butt because he's actually doing something.
No, I love it. Couldn't agree more. Okay, well, I will let you go back to defrosting your car up there in Cincinnati. Appreciate you coming on. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next week. And let's now wrap up ABR Live TV for this week. It's closing thoughts. It's time to close. Wasn't there a song? Closing time. So we talked to an owner. We talked to Doug. We watched an episode. You heard from me about what ABR is all about. We're doing some cool stuff. We're having fun with it. And the biggest thing that we've actually realized this last couple weeks, last month, is that the consumers love it. They love seeing their favorite places get the recognition they deserve. And so if you're a restaurant owner, an operator that's out there, that's looking for a unique way to shine in your community, America's Best Restaurants is a great way to do that. So if you check out americasbestrestaurants.com/get-featured, you'll find out more about what we're doing. You can see some examples and you can click the button to contact us and let us know. Last but not least, thank you. We appreciate everybody's support. We appreciate all the team members that are making this happen. Some of the long days and nights and the trips away from family. It's going to be pretty impressive in a few years when we look back and see what we've accomplished, because nobody else is doing what we're doing to tell the story of the independent operator. That's all I got. Have a great day. Be safe. See you later.